Atomic Heart feels like one of those patchwork games. Those titles that join together a myriad of familiar elements to try and form a unique whole. You can see the game's influences from a quick inspection, whether it's the power-infused gunplay of BioShock, open world exploration common to the current and prior generation, or taking a real-life government superpower and putting an alternative spin on them, a la Wolfenstein. It's easy to see. Mundfish's debut certainly isn't lacking ambition despite these familiarities, and when sticking to its key strengths, it offers some enjoyable fun. Unfortunately, with a scattershot approach to level design and some odd choices that chip away at the overall quality, it's an experience which may delight and frustrate in equal measure. In Atomic Heart, a breakthrough scientific discovery known as polymer advanced the Soviet Union faster technologically and proved powerful during World War II, despite a man-made virus killing millions. Global demand for robots led to a collective being installed to link them together. Unfortunately, a rogue scientist activates a protocol which turns peaceful machines murderous, and along with some biochemical experiments escaping, unleashes chaos upon this previously idyllic world. Now, Dr. Sechenov sends Agent P3 in to try and clean up, along with an AI companion known as Charles. The story proves something of a double-edged sword. On the one hand, the world building is remarkable, with the alternative spin on everyday aspects such as robots taking over manual labour, Sky City travel requiring robots to airlift cars, and how technological evolution would affect a 1950s Russia is immensely detailed. It offers a solid thread, scrutinising and even parodying communism. By contrast, P3 is a remarkably out-of-place protagonist. Like a 90s hero with attitude, shoehorned in, including forced cursing aplenty and some of the worst zingers you'll ever hear, he proves a very poor lead and takes you out of this world far too often.
Charles, I'm in the hot shop. Am I gonna turn into a crispy critter if I stay in here too long?
No, the laboratory tables in the hot workshop or thermarium require high temperatures.
However, what the game lacks in narrative consistency, it makes up for with technical prowess. Atomic Heart is often a stunning game, showcasing a raft of detail and incredible lighting with very little slowdown. Cutscenes showcase great expressions and animations, visual effects such as elemental powers and explosions look fantastic, and certain robots bear uncanny attacks, showcasing their attempt to mimic human movement, but not quite nailing it. The opening, which sees you riding a boat as several events, including a machine getting stuck in a tree, prove visually breathtaking, if a touch long-winded. The audio side is good, though it too suffers inconsistencies. The voice work ranges in quality, with certain characters feeling stronger than others, and the writing borders on awful at times. But the music is often excellent, utilising both original scores and licensed tracks to good effect. Though oddly, a few contributions from Mick Gordon stick out like a sore thumb. Certainly not because they are bad, but they feel anachronistic to the setting, with heavy metal riffs and double bass madness not fitting in. Guns sound potent at least, and some good use of ambient sounds can heighten tension when appropriate. In terms of gameplay, Atomic Heart proves as mixed as its other elements. Primarily a first-person shooter, seeing you blow up robots and mutated nasties, P3 acquires both firearms and power-ups to combat foes, which can be upgraded using special vending machines, using looted resources and neuropolymer. Shooting feels smooth, and melee combat works well, with the action growing more interesting as you acquire more powers. Jet allows you to spray polymer and then use shock, fire or ice to create a trap for foes to fall in, which proves immensely satisfying. You can acquire telekinesis to pick up certain foes and throw them, equip guns with temporary elemental shots, and improve P3's physical capabilities, such as adding a second dodge. It grows the combat system into something pretty unique, where time dodges and clever mixing of firearms and powers can win the day, even against more imposing bosses. There are a few other gameplay elements, such as driving cars and platforming, though these feel less developed than the combat.
Let's see what you got!
It's the structure which can let down Atomic Heart at times. See, initial levels see you guiding P3 through linear spaces with more thoughtful exploration. Here, there's a semblance of classic survival gameplay, as you must explore the area and find key items to open up more of the facility, with even a focus on collecting canisters in the most convoluted lock system since the heydays of Resident Evil. During more linear levels, this becomes a running joke, which, while funny at first, grows a bit wearisome by the fourth instance. Even P3 remarks on the tedium this can induce, but it doesn't make it enjoyable. That being said, the more focused stages still prove enjoyable, with memorable scenarios such as a plethora of optional test chambers which mix puzzle solving and combat arenas. They're enjoyable to uncover and require some quirky thinking to overcome, including a focus on magnets. Once you escape the initial facility, the level design is turned almost on its head, replacing tight corridors with open world exploration, hence the need for cars. Unfortunately, exploration is rendered extremely tedious by a few key choices on Mundfish's part. Firstly, there's a notable lack of systems, such as being able to place markers or fast travel, and considering the size of both the hubs you get to explore, this proves something of a headache. Worse still, the alarm system creates immense aggravation. Around the world, the cameras can detect you and raise the alarm with nearby robots swarming your position. Coming in 2 levels, the second sees the arrival of airdropped reinforcements. This isn't terrible on its own, but special hives spew out repair bots who will fix up any downed machines nearby, including cameras and reinforcements. What this results in is a cavalcade of robots that cause you to die frequently, and even if you get a handle on them, they can rejoin the fight sharpish. While you can seek out the Hawk system and disable robots for a short time, it's not enough to stave off serious frustration. Even just making it to the next story mission can be an absolute ordeal. For those with patience, there's a fair bit to uncover here. The main story thread takes around 12 hours to polish off. Not insubstantial, but a journey with ups and downs. There are a ton of collectibles for the explorative, including audio recordings which detail life before and after the inciting incident here. The test chambers, which gift fruitful rewards, also add on considerable time, even requiring some brain matter to simply unlock, as you hack cameras to open the hidden entrances. Completionists can expect the gameplay time to jump up to around 30 hours. Atomic Heart is a game which draws a wide variety of emotions. The world building stirs fascination, the protagonist and writing induces cringe, the visuals draw awe, and the gunplay can offer excitement, even when the open world causes anger. As you can see, much of this experience proves mixed in quality. Some aspects are genuinely fantastic, while others feel ill-thought and designed to irritate. Ultimately, your patience for these rough edges will determine a recommendation here. If you can stomach a lot of inconsistencies and frustrations, you might find the positives keep you genuinely hooked. For those less tolerant, uncovering those amazing moments will likely require too much exertion to truly enjoy.